Well, Colton, you're right. You're definitely going to show us how things are going to warm up here in just a few minutes. Let's just say this Friday, we're finding a new way to define the word lit.
That's right, because we are lighting up Studio 10 this afternoon with the lovely ladies behind the group Flames and Dames. We want to welcome Allie and Nat. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you both for joining us. Like we said earlier today, this is a long time coming, okay? But of course, the both of you, as a part of Flames and Dames, a fire, dancing, and performance group, you got to tell us, how did the flame get started?
So honestly, it didn't start with fire. It started with flow art. So we talked about it the last time I was here. I do a lot of professional hula hoop dancing. I spin poi, things like that. And I had found, believe it or not, a hoop dancing community in the Lansing area. And we made good friends, and we took a field trip out to get trained with fire, and it was kind of the next logical step in the flow arts scene, I guess, for our little group.
Yeah, a literal spark.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you guys are making flames. So we have to talk a little bit about the technique when it comes with coming up with tricks or how you guys do that. How do you approach all of that?
New skills, huh? Definitely, well, safety first, always. That's my favorite part about being with the Flames and Dame troupe is I'm a newer person into the troupe, but safety is always first, and we always devote a lot of time to practicing, making sure that we know what's going on, so there's no errors.
Right. And
during the live shows.
Right. And speaking of that practice and that time, about how much do you devote to doing this craft?
Several hours a week, I would say, yes.
Oh my goodness.
And of course, you know, like I was saying earlier, we didn't start with fire. It started with like regular flow props like poi and staff and hula hoops, things like that, and then it kind of escalated to fire dancing.
Yeah, so it's kind of like inspiration. So you're doing something and do trial and error, and you're like, wait, if we add flames, could we do this? Is it kind of like a collaborative thing?
It's well, the way that you move with flames is going to be different than you would with a prop that doesn't have fire on it.
Right.
For instance, my fire hula hoop has 5 wicks on it, so that makes the surface area that I can grab with my hand a lot smaller.
Right.
So yes, movement is a lot different. So that practice is very important, switching from our day props, which is our non-fire props, and then switching to our fire props. It's important that we practice with both things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weight variances as well, because when you start adding fuel to props, that they become heavier, and then additionally, when you add fire, there's a lot of drag that ends up happening as well. So
that is wonderful. There's so much technique and skill that goes into it, and I love that we're actually taking a look at some of the rehearsal process here. But what's your favorite thing to hear from people when you guys do get a chance to perform?
I think whoa.
Yes.
It's always a fun one.
You're hearing a lot of that today.
How does she do that without burning herself?
Oh, that's so fun, and I'm sure too you get that from like the small kids, but also to the adults. It's a really wow factor through a spectrum. And I know you guys have lots of performances coming up, especially over in Charlotte. How do you hope to wow people there?
Okay, so I am so excited about the Charlotte Fire Flow Jams this year because we have a lot of amazing fire dancers coming out to perform for them. So this is a free event that we have in Charlotte. The first date that we have scheduled is June 6th, so coming up next week, 9 p.m. in front of the Eaton County Museum on Courthouse Square in Charlotte. And it's lawn seating, so tell your friends about it. Bring a camping chair or a picnic blanket or something and enjoy the show. There's going to be all kinds of amazing fire dancers there.
Exciting. And of course, if people want to watch more of you, or they even want to book you for their own private party, how else can they do that?
So they can email me, natspins with a Z @gmail.com, or they can check out our website. We are not just fire dancers, we're actually a circus collective. So we grew from being Flames and Dames, but we're also the Motley Misfits, which is kind of this circus collective, this umbrella of performers from stilt walkers, magicians, and like all the things. All the things.
Yes. Bring them all.
Yes. We got all the things today.
We really do. And we want everyone to stick around because we are going to have these dames get ready so we can see a performance later on the show. So we're going to be heading out.